Gentlemen, welcome to the Commissioner's preview of the Championship Week. I will not be making a pick this week. I obviously want to win this game. I know Steve wants to win this game, and I'm very respectful of his team, my opponent here, and just in general of our league. It was a great first season. I've got a little bit that I'm going to be sipping here because I had a bit of a revelation about this league and about fantasy football in general. September 5th was the first video that I uploaded to YouTube for your enjoyment and for the purposes of our league. And here we are 3.5 months later with my final preview show of the inaugural Showing Dynasty season. And it hit me just this evening when I sat down to start writing down, looking at the stats, looking at the comparisons, looking at the matchups between Steve and I, that something I overlooked, and that's that this is my final, foreseeable, my final weekend of fantasy football in Doha here. That's pretty cool and pretty sad in a lot of ways for me. I'm excited to get back home. If you didn't know already, we are moving back home this summer. We've notified the school that we will not be returning, and we are looking for teaching jobs in Oregon. So, when I came to Doha, I liked fantasy football. My brother got me into fantasy football. Adam got me into fantasy football. Got me into my first leagues. I was terrible. This is probably about, 15 years ago, maybe. I think I was in college at the time, and I knew a lot about college football, but did not know a lot about fantasy football. My college football experience had me take Adrian Peterson with the second or third overall pick in his rookie season in one of my very first years into fantasy football, and I was mocked for that. They made fun of me for that, for picking AP or AD, I guess, with like a top 3 pick his rookie season, and of course he went on to be the league leader in points that year. I'll take a little sip of Jameson for that. I got destroyed. The rest of my team was hot garbage. But Adam got me into fantasy football. At first, it was something I did. I liked reading about it. I liked reading about it while drinking at camping during the summer. And the obsession, I guess, with it has grown. When I got to Doha, it really expanded. Being away from American sports was difficult. Met Bert when I got over here, and Bert took like my interest in fantasy football to a very high level. Introduced me some killer podcasts, more conversation in person about it than I've ever had, because I sat down with my league for a draft once a year, and that was it. There was limited communication other than with Adam and Phil, who's in our league now. But even then, like, not a lot of shit talk, not a lot of talk about it until maybe at Christmas time we were all together and someone was playing the championship game. So having that companionship that throughout the year with Bert and then Daryl and JD and then eventually Lucas and Mark here, and then having Adam and Phil in this league and getting Sean and Steve on board. And I don't think I forgot anyone there. I hope not. Steve, Sean, Adam, Phil, JD, Daryl, Bert, me, Phil, and Lucas, and I think hopefully you're all in there. I don't know. I've had a little bit of Jameson. Has made this love of fantasy football come to a new level, and so it's just a cheers to my fantasy football influences and mentors, Adam and Bert in particular. A little bit for you guys, and just an appreciation of this time of my life in Doha coming to an end. Not trying to make this too sappy right now, But it has been big for me in terms of my enjoyment of fantasy football is skyrocketed. And this when I first started hearing about the idea of a dynasty. And I was like, what the hell is a dynasty league? That's crazy. You have one team basically. You keep all your best players, keep all your players potentially. I know we're going to look at doing it a little bit differently. And I said, I got to try this, man. I got to do this. I've got to start a league and start a dynasty league and start gauging people's interest, and here we are. And the end of the Swing Dynasty, the end of the first year of the Swing Dynasty, the end of my fantasy football life in Doha this weekend. Obviously, we'll have a draft while I'm still here, the rookie draft. But this is it. This is it for a lot of intents and purposes of my fantasy time in Doha. You know, Bert's already moved on. Lucas has already moved on. I don't know if JD, Daryl, and Mark will ever move on. They may be here raking in money for the rest of their lives, and God bless them if they do. That's, you know. So yeah, just kind of wanted to give a little shout out and a thank you to this league. You guys have made this year very enjoyable. I'm so pumped that I'm in the championship. Excited that Steve's team, who has I think he's gone from gate to gate leader, just about, if not the leader, then, you know, near the top, at the top. That we're squaring off 1 versus 2 in our playoffs here. So a quick look at the game. Again, I'm not going to get into all the details of this one, even though it's the championship game. This seems like the one to analyze. Basically, I'm down Chris Godwin and Josh Jacobs, which is killer. Dak Prescott's playing on limited practice, so I'm starting Jameis Winston. I think so far, maybe I'll switch to Dak later, but right now it looks like I'm starting Jameis Winston, which he's playing against Houston. Steve is he's sharding Deshaun Watson. I hope that's a little preview of the future. So Steve's starting Deshaun Watson, and they're playing 9 o'clock Doha time on Saturday night. So should give a pretty good indication of how the matchup is going on the way to our first Swing League Dynasty. Or Swing Dynasty League champion. Man, alcohol. So yeah, I'm down Chris Godwin, down Josh Jacobs. That's brutal. I just found that out tonight. He's been ruled out. Dak is down in practice, but will probably play. And he's got Steve has Derrick Henry banged up, probably playing, but against New Orleans, so that's not a good matchup for him. I've got Devin Singletary against New England. That's not a good matchup for me. It's going to be a dogfight a little bit. I have a feeling this is going to be a close match. Maybe it's not. That's just how I feel tonight when I'm sitting here. So I hope it is. I hope it's exciting. You know, and good luck to you, Steve, man. Best of luck. I hope I beat you, but best of luck to you. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say tonight, you guys. Just it's been a blast. It has been fun. It's been great. Happy you guys have all been along for the ride. Hope you've liked the commission videos this year, and you know, love you guys. I love this game. I love that we're all doing this together, and you're all wonderful people. That's the one thing I can definitely say for sure. Y'all don't know each other still. I see some of you guys getting to know each other. I see some of you doing stuff. Oh, Bert, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday. Very, very excited for you that you made it again, another year. You know, shout out to you, buddy. Hope it was a good one. We love you. Hope it's, you know, hard to beat a birthday in Thailand, I guess. So, yeah. Thank you guys for a good season, and let's go Fantasy Erasers. Here we go, boys. Let's get it done. Bye-bye.